Hello, hello, hello. Episode 5, my Tottenham Hotspur franchise career mode in FIFA 14. Welcome back, guys. Hope everyone's doing alright. We're going to jump right into a match in the BPL here, Spurs and West Ham, and Sandro, our defensive midfielder, comes out swinging with a goal in the 23rd minute, followed up by a Harry Kane goal to put Spurs up 2-0. Tompkins from West Ham. Moose, I'm sorry, that's another goal from Sandro. He puts in 2 goals along with the sub Harry Kane's goal to give Spurs a 3-1 victory over the Hammers. I gotta be honest, guys, we've been jumping out to a really good start in the BPL. We're gonna end up facing Aston Villa here in an away fixture, and at the way we've been playing, I'm hoping to pull out a tie. A draw is perfectly suitable at this point in the season. And certainly it's points that we can make up later on, so we'll see how it plays out. But Kozak of Aston Villa, Soldado in typical Soldado form, misses a penalty kick, and unfortunately things just did not go well for us. Vertonghen gets sent off in the 85th minute. Not a good game for Spurs there against Aston Villa, and we'll come out with a loss. Not something I wanted to see against a club like Aston Villa. I know it was on the road, but it still would have been good to get at least a point there. But these things happen. You can't win every single game, right? Back to Europa League action, though. We've got Kuban. What is Kuban, anyways? Is that like a Russian? I don't know. I'm learning about football, to be honest, at this point, in some of the non-English kind of Western European leagues. But anyways, guys, please feel free to leave me a note in OS or on YouTube in the comments. Happy to learn more about the sport. This game just became a blowout. Spurs at home in Europa League against what looks like a lower-end club, very low-tier club, and it's 4-0 by the 68th minute on the backs of 2 Adebayor goals. Soldado comes in as a sub, puts in a penalty kick, and Andros Townsend gets a chance to play in Europa. And he even jumps into the fray and nets a goal. So great game for Spurs in that match, and we continue to do well in Europe. Tottenham and Hull City here, back in the BPL. We're simming through a few matches before we end up at the game of the episode, which is Tottenham and Everton. And Jelavic puts in a 49th minute goal for Hull to give them the lead, but Adebayor says, we're staying in this match. Ties it up at 1-1 in the 54th minute, but Tottenham cannot do anything. We just can't get anything together. And the offense kind of sputters there at home to the, at that point, newly promoted Hull City. So I'd have to say a disappointing result, and from what you guys have seen in these simmed matches, a couple of disappointing results in the Premier League. Getting a draw at home against Hull City, not really the way it goes, and you can see on the bottom right-hand corner, after 9 matches we've got 17 points, and that puts us in 6th. So, Everton and Tottenham at Goodison Park. This is an away fixture for us. We're gonna have to come away with at least a point here against a club like Everton, they're holding 5th, and we have no games in hand. So 4th, 5th, and 6th all have 17 points. So a win would put us in good shape here. Would at least give us 5th place, but we definitely at minimum need a draw. So some of the lineups here, we've got our 2 central defenders, Vertonghen, Michael Dawson in, Sandro playing defensive midfield, and Paulinho. Paulinho has been a real revelation as the season goes on, and even this far into the season, he's a great defensive midfielder. He's got good aggression stats, good interception skills. He can play very well defensively, but his passing skills are terrific. Romelu Lukaku, the the Chelsea loanee to Everton, is up front at striker, as Everton is looking to at least solidify their place in Europe right now, which would be great for them, hoping to get into 4th place, but they're going to have a tough challenge here as we're playing the 4-2-3-1 which, again, I talked to you guys about this earlier. That's just my preferred kind of formation. I find it's a lot easier to play like that. I like to have wingers that can cut into the middle and take a shot off. So I'd like to have off wingers, basically. If any of you follow hockey, it's like having a guy who shoots left on the right wing, basically. I like to have that kind of play style. Leighton Baines, who actually looks a lot cleaner in real life now. He's got a bit of a haircut, a bit of a shave, looking less, I guess, less scraggly. But once again, I got to give props to EA for some really good facial work that they've done in this game. And Soldado early on in the 9th minute, fighting off the defender there, cannot put it in the net. But what is happening here? Sylvain Distin cannot believe it. 9th minute, he gets a yellow card for fouling Soldado in the box. And Soldado will get a penalty kick, hoping to put Spurs ahead 1-0 early on in this match. And he makes no mistake, psyching out US-born goalkeeper Tim Howard, sporting a rock-solid beard there. Look at that beard. Soldado puts Tottenham ahead 1-0, and that is a much-needed early go-ahead goal for us. Now we really need to maintain this. Everton does not have a lot of scoring options, as we've seen. Lukaku is a great striker. He's strong, and he's got good finishing skills, but outside of that, they're a speedy team, but they don't necessarily have a lot of options to score goals. So if we can play some decent defense here, and that is Soldado's first goal of the BPL. If you guys have noticed, this isn't September anymore, really. I mean, this is in August. That's surprising that it's taken this long. Tim Howard there, making a pass up to Sylvain Distin, who just gives it away to Christian Eriksen. Good hustle from Eriksen. He cuts across the middle, as you know I love to do. Puts it onto his right foot, and across the net, across his body, it's 2-0 Tottenham, 18th minute. Wow. So we've taken a 2-0 lead here against Everton, and things are looking up at Goodison Park, at least for us. Not so much for Everton. Look at that. Look at that speed from Eriksen. He has just been a revelation in real life and in FIFA. Just a great goal there. And you're going to see a lot more of those kinds of goals. I don't know if it's something that is abused in FIFA, like if it's one of those cheesy goals. I'm trying not to abuse those, so let me know if it is. But it's just I find it's a great play. If you have some speedy guys cutting across the middle, you're going to get a good shot to kind of psych out the goalkeeper. Christian Eriksen puts in his second goal in the Premier League. So Tottenham up 2-0 here, and we'll jump ahead to the 27th minute with Nasser Chadli getting a chance to play. Crosses it in to Soldado, and oh my goodness, we haven't even played half an hour, and we're up 3-0. Soldado, who had 0 goals in the Premier League coming into this game, now has 2. You can't even multiply that. Soldado with a decent, look at that. I don't know what, I'll be honest, I don't know what Tim Howard was doing here. He's just flipping around like an acrobat. I mean, he really should have gone out and got that ball. Soldado doesn't even get off his feet, and he just heads it across the net past Tim Howard, who just looked like he was trying to play, some kind of role in Cirque du Soleil there. Totally unnecessary dive, and that looks like a glitch. Don't know what that was. So Soldado gives us a 3-0 lead, and we were talking about just playing good defense after 1-0. Well, we're parking the bus here now. 3-0 at halftime. Everton can't really seem to put anything together. You notice I haven't shown you any highlights of any Everton chances, and that's just because their offense is really sputtered against us. So, 48th minute, Everton trying to make a comeback here. Gareth Barry on loan from Manchester City. He's putting together good back-and-forth passing play there. He goes along the side, but he cannot do anything before it is pushed out by Kyle Walker. Once again, off the throw-in, they just cannot get anything past us, and we're playing some pretty good defense here. As I said, we parked the bus because we really need this victory, and at 3-0, we don't need any more goals. And Leon Osman hits up Aiden McGady, but no, cannot do anything good with that, and the speedy McGady cannot put something in the back of the net, and that's really it. That was the only real shot that they had in this half, and really in this match. They didn't put anything good together. Leighton Baines visibly disappointed as Everton embarrasses themselves at home to Tottenham. They lose 3-0. Soldado, 2 goals, and I believe he's look at that, 3 shots for Everton, none on target. They had the possession 55% of the time, but I mean, really it was just keeping the ball away from us. And Soldado, rightfully so, is the man of the match, getting an 8.5 match rating, well deserved, as he nets 2 goals for himself today. Look at that. Christian Eriksen also adding to his total, and Nasu Chadley getting an assist, and he's moved from left mid to attacking mid once Christian Eriksen was taken out. So we'll see you guys next week as this video comes to an end.